welcome to my channel. My name is Desiree, and for today's video I'm creating this look here for you that you are seeing before your very eyes. So if you want to watch this video, then please continue watching and we'll get right into it. Okay, so I'm going to be starting off with my toner. This is by Pixie. I have the Glow Tonic, and I'm just going to put this on an exfoliating cotton pad thingy. This is nothing in particular. I get these from Target. These are like the up and ups, and I get about, you know, a quarter size amount, and I'm just going to tone my face like this. So the next thing I'm going to be using is by the brand Pacifica. Yeah, Pacifica. This is a moisturizing and prep. This is like a gel type of thing. It has pineapple and hyaluronic acid. It's for oily and combination skin types. So it's just this nice jelly like moisturizer that works really good with also makeup prepping. So I really like this. So now that I let that sit on my face for a little bit, I am now ready for makeup prepping, which is I'm gonna spray my typical Garnier. This is the soothing facial mist in rose water. So I love spritzing my face with this because it really does help calm down any redness that I will have. And then I like to go in with my No Problem by Touch and Soul, and this is my absolute favorite primer because it really helps. It really helps just with my pores. Sorry, I can't think. I have dogs that are barking out here. They don't belong to me, but my neighbor's dogs are so loud and they bark all day, every day, and they bark at basically anything. So them barking is just throwing me off track. I mean, they really do bark at anything. I mean, a leaf can fall in the yard and they'll be barking. So it really is annoying because I'm trying to film and these dogs continue to bark. And unless you're used to it, you really will get super annoyed with those dogs. But anyway, nothing I can do about it. So now that I have my primer on, now I'm just going to put on my eye primer. This is by Revlon Color Stay. This stuff is okay. I have to use a lot of this stuff if I really want it to work, but I mean, it's not that great. If I use a little bit of this stuff, I will see creasing and within a short amount of time. So other primers that I've used, like Too Faced or the Flower Beauty eyeshadow primer that I've used before, Urban Decay, those are amazing and they last such a good time, and you can get a really long lasting finish. But with this eyeshadow primer, probably within, I want to say 5 hours of use, you will start to see creasing, and for most people their day is still continuing on. So I mean, you want something that's gonna last, and for me this doesn't work very well unless I'm using a lot of it and I'm packing it on. So, but I mean, once it dries, it stays put. Okay, so I had to apply a lot of layers. I think I put on at least 3 layers. Believe it or not, that's what it takes to make this eyeshadow primer work. I have to put on a lot, and I have to do it one at a time. I can't just put a whole bunch and then slob it all over the place, because it just doesn't work like that. And I have to really smooth it out with my finger and then let each layer dry individually, and then it's ready for the next phase, which is eyeshadow. So I'm going to be working with 2 palettes. I put up 2 fingers, that makes 4. I'm going to be working with 2 palettes. So the first palette I'll be working with is the Ali Matte palette and this Pure Cosmetics palette. This is the Festival palette. Okay, so I'm going in with the shade Coco Taxi, and I'm just going to put this in my crease with my Ali Matte crease brush, and I'm just really going to work this color and just buff it in. Okay, so my focus was mostly here on the outer corner. That's where I wanted the most pigment. and just whatever was left over on the brush that I would bring towards that area. Okay, so the next color that I definitely want to play with, and I'm just taking my Sonia Kashuk brush. This is my blending crease brush, and this is what it looks like. So I'm going to be taking the shade Tropical, and I'm just going to take a bit of this. Definitely going to kick off that extra powder, extra eyeshadow, and just really work it here in the outer corner, and just really just drag it down. Ooh, I just love this color. Now I'm not really gonna bring this anywhere else. The color is mostly being focused here in the outer corner. So I'm not bringing it inward, I'm not taking it anywhere else. I'm just focusing it here on the outer corner only, and I'm just blending, blending, blending. See, just like that, but we're gonna build up that color. I really want this color to pop. I don't want, like, no doubt about it that this is an orangey clay looking shade, and that's really what I'm going for. I must say, I've been really getting into bright colors lately. I used to be really afraid of using bright colors. You know, anything that were not neutral colors would really scare me, but just for whatever reason, I'm getting out of my shell, and now bright colors, and I've just been really loving it lately, and I'm just so intrigued by it. Like, I'm not scared anymore. I don't know why, but maybe it's because I realized that it's just makeup, and if you don't like it, you could always just wash it off. And I think that's what really, like, got to my core. Like, that's what really made me think, like, you know, it's just makeup, it's just colors. So I'm going to be using this brush right here. I got this brush in my last BoxyCharm unboxing. I think it was my April box, if I was correct. This is a Luxie 245 small shader brush. So I will be taking it, oh yeah, because it did come with this palette. So I'm going to be taking this really warm gold color, and I'm really just going to try to pack it on because I really want that warmth. The next thing I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to work on the face. So I'm going to be working with my Revlon. This is the Revlon Color Stay Makeup for combination oily skin. I'm just going to be taking a regular, I believe this went on my Ollie Mod palette, and I'm just going to put some here, as you can see. And because this is a summer look, I'm really trying to get a very glowy but not dewy, if that makes any sense, type of look. So I'm just gonna put just a little bit of this. This is by Physicians Formula. This is a Spotlight Illuminating Primer, but I'm just gonna use just a dab of this stuff, like just a tiny little bit, maybe a little bit more foundation, so I can really get that glow from within type of effect. And I'm just gonna mix it with my finger, because why not? Uh-huh. Okay, so now that I look like a crazy person, I'm going to be taking my Equal Tools blender, and I'm just going to take this and blend it all over the skin. I really love this foundation. It just gives me a nice, flawless type of coverage, and it's really buildable. It's medium to full coverage, so it's definitely not light, but if you find that you need to build this up, you can definitely do so. And I found that I really like using a sponge for this type of foundation. I used a brush, but I didn't like it. For some reason, it just didn't look the same. It didn't look as smooth and airbrushed as it did with the sponge. So now I'm just sticking with my sponge, and I've just been using this over and over and over. Like, this is my everyday technique. This is my go-to. This is how I get ready for work in the morning. I use just this foundation alone and this sponge, and I just get the best coverage. And to me, my foundation just looks really, really better. So I've just been really loving it lately. And so I'm just going to do this over and over and over. I'm just really going to make sure that I'm blending this foundation in and that it's really looking kind of skin-like and airbrushed. Okay, so now that I've blended out my face to the gods, now I'm just going to be taking my concealer. This is also by Revlon. This is the Color Stay Concealer, and I'm in the shade 04 Medium. So I'm just going to take this under the eyes, because I don't know if you can tell, but I do have some discoloration under there. So I'm just taking some concealer. I'm going to put a lot of this stuff on. I normally don't. Usually a little bit goes a long ways for me, but lately I've been having to pack this stuff on. So I'm just going to be taking a smaller version of my Equal Tools concealer, foundation sponge, and I'm just going to work this under my eyes. So has anybody else watched the show Black Summer? I binge watched that show like crazy. I thought it was such a good TV show. I thought it was really, really great. It kind of reminded me a lot of The Walking Dead. But of course, it's a little bit different. But I thought it was really good. So if you've watched it, you'll probably like it. Another show that I got really into was The Sinner. Oh my god, Jessica Biel was so amazing in that TV show. Wow. Wow. I hope she gets an award for that. If she hasn't already, I hope she gets an award for it, because I thought she was such a great actress in that TV show. It was just like the best. Now I'm just using my finger to really warm up the product under my eye. Okay. So now that I put on my my concealer, I was gonna say my under eyes, my concealer, I'm gonna go in with this right here. This is the BYOP Build Your Own Palette, and I'm gonna be using this right here. And let me just take it out. This is a finishing powder. I'm in the medium dark. I'm gonna be using my brush this is by Bath and Body Works. Believe it or not, if you didn't know, yes, they do sell brushes, and I never knew before until recently. So now I'm just going to place this under my eye to really set the concealer. And I'm also going to be taking another brush by Bath and Body Works, and with that same powder, I'm just going to set down my entire face. Powder my entire face to set my foundation. Does anybody else pinch a brush to try to get around different areas of the face? I like to pinch my brush and then just go in. A bronzer. This is an Afternoon Delight, and I'm just going to get another brush. This is by Sonia Kashuk, and it doesn't have any names or anything on here, so I can't tell you what this is, but it is tapered, and it's not dense or anything. It's definitely fluffy. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this, really kick off whatever extra powder's on there, and just take this under my cheekbone, and I'm just going to really blend. Okay, so now that I've blended that out, now I'm just going to take another brush, and this is also by Sonia Kashuk, and it's also kind of the same thing as this brush, but a little bit smaller, and it's also kind of fluffy. So I'm going to be taking, let's see, should I take this highlight or this highlight? I don't know. What matches the eyes? This is a warm look, so maybe I'll take this one. So I'm going to be taking this highlight, and I'm going to be putting this on my brush, and I'm just going to place this here on top of. Okay, so now that I have my face almost completed, I'm going to take a break and I'm going to be doing my eyebrows. So I'm just going to take my usual spoolie and I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Brow Define and Fill Duo in Deep Brown. I'm going to do this off camera because I feel like this is not really the exciting part, and I'll come right back. Okay, so to finish off the eyes, I thought I'd play with a little bit of a type of cool color. So I'm going to be going with this blue shade here in Celia, and I'm just going to take this under the eyes and really work it out. Okay, so now that the eyeshadow is complete, I'm going to go in with two products here. This is the Voluminous Lash Paradise Primer and my Better Than Sex mascara. No, this has happened to anybody else, but for whatever reason, my Too Faced Shadow Better Than Sex mascara, it's just hasn't been working the same lately. I don't know if it's already old or not. I have no idea. But I completely forgot that I had this eyeshadow primer in my collection, and it's been sitting there for I don't know how long, and it still smells really nice. I don't know what scent this is, but it's really nice, and I thought, why not use this with my mascara that I have here? And it actually works really, really great. And I gotta say, without using this, I have to build up this mascara, and I believe I saw somewhere that you gotta build it up at least 3 times. But with this primer, I don't have to do that. That takes like that whole 2 other steps gone. So as you can see, my lashes look pretty good without having to build it up. So now all I'm having to do is just try to separate, and that's what I like to do. I like to separate my lashes. Oops, a little mascara there. I don't know if any of you are as old as me, but back in the day when I forget what makeup company it was, but there was a makeup company that came out with a primer on one side and a mascara on the other side. I think they still sell it, and it was a white primer, and when you put that on your eyelashes, and I guess if you didn't give it I'm assuming if you didn't give it enough time to dry and then you went ahead and you put on your mascara on your eyelashes, and you would get this really weird gunky gray looking eyelashes, and it did not look cute. I don't know if anybody else remembers that, but that for a long time made me really, really scared to try any primers for mascara, because I really thought, oh my god, I don't want weird gray looking mascara on my eyelashes. You know, I have to go to work. I have to look, you know, professional. I can't be going to work with gray eyelashes. How crazy would I look? I would look insane. People would definitely look at me like I have 3 heads. So I'm really glad that makeup's come a long ways, and now we don't have to look crazy. So I'll be using in this video is by this is by Alimad. This is Alimad Cosmetics, the Colorette Blush Trio. So this is the blushes that I got, and I got medium tan. Let's see what will complete this look. What will look really great? Maybe this shade right here, Seclusion. And then I'm gonna be using, this is Vintage by Jessica Leapskind. Whatever. This is a cashmere lip pencil in Mocha, so I'm gonna be pairing this with this lip gloss, and I'm going to be using this as well. So I'm just going to grab my handy dandy brush, and this is by Moda, and I believe I also got this in a BoxyCharm. So I'm going to be using the shade Seclusion. This is a nice peachy type of blush, and it's really powdery too. I don't know if you can see that. It's really powdery. But I mean, this is nice because this is going to give me a barely there type of blush. I mean, because I do already have so much going on with the eyes, I really don't want to overdo it with the blush. And this brush is like perfect for being able to get the right amount of product and putting it where you need it to be without really putting too much on the cheeks. And I really like that. Okay, so now this really warms up my look even more. So now I'm really got summer vibes right now. So now the last thing I'm going to be doing is applying the lips. So I'm just going to go ahead and get right to it. This is the end of my tutorial. Thank you so much if you watched it to the very end. I truly do appreciate it. And if you could be so kind, give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, because it really would make my day. And it would just make me feel so happy and full of joy. And if you want, comment down below what's your favorite thing about summer. So thanks so much for watching. Bye.